Okay.
Hello, and first of all, thank you for staying up here towards the end of a very, very long day. I'm Jannik, I'm the CTO at Staking Rewards, and I'd like to talk about a topic that I think has been coming up towards the last 2 days a lot, and it's assessing DeFi risk, and a topic that I think we need to discuss more, why audits are not enough. And I'd like to introduce an example that also has been coming up a lot. Stream was audited by Zenith, very reputable auditing firm. Also, their team was legit. They were founder. They were not backed by investors. They have been recommended to us a lot. They had a quite a nice dashboard as well. But yeah, I think Stream looked better than half the DeFi market. Still a house of cards. 93 million have been lost. XUSD depacked, ripping back across the whole industry. And on the right, you can see one of my favorite screenshots. By looking at the Stream website, they had like this menu item, transparency, and I clicked on it, and well, transparency coming soon. This showed me Stream didn't fail because of an unaudited code pass. I think Stream failed because real people with real investors ran opaque leverage strategies through brittle structures and zero transparency. So let me bust the myth. We cannot just ask two lazy questions. We cannot just check, is it audited? Many protocols that have been exploited, they had audits, they had many audits. Also, just looking at TVL, like how's the TVL trending, like are people going in there? Protocol metrics, they are good, but they showcase state. They showcase public sentiment, and this is certainly not a risk control. So, yeah, like looking at code audits and charts, this is like you're evaluating a jet engine by the paint job. So, let me talk about how I would assess DeFi risk. And I think we should take a holistic view on this. We have to have 8 dimensions that we have to look at and assess. And obviously, smart contract security is extremely important. But we also have to look at the protocol mechanics. We have to look at counterpart exposures. This is I think one of the main reasons what happened to Stream. They had an external manager and they said, oopsie, all the funds have been lost. We have to see what counterparty exposures exist. What is the governance control? How is the strategy constructed? Are there any financial resilience mechanics in place? Very important, we have to look at the key management. We have to look at permissions. This is what a code audit will not show you. They will not show how is the multisig distributed, like who has signing rights. And then as well, documentation and transparency. This is like for everyone who just wants to interact with the protocol. I guess first of all you should go to the documentation place, have a way to read through it. Like how does it work? What are the contracts? And basically do your due diligence. And if that is missing, then obviously something is very wrong. And last but not least, I think you should also look at the team. You should look at the legal structures. So, if you're looking at contracts, they should be open source. They should be independently audited. They should be repeated after protocol upgrades, because as I said, it's a state. You look at the code audit, if the protocol upgrades, is worth nothing. So, but again, this is not everything. You should also look at, can users permissionlessly withdraw through stressful situations? What percentage of TVL depends on external protocols or even managers? Do we have verifiable insurance funds that meaningfully cover all the liabilities that are in the protocol? Who can change the rules? Who can move the funds? Who can even pause the whole protocol or drain it completely? And again, what kind of proof of reserves do we have? Are they documented? Do they match the protocol TVL, etc.? And then, is there a real accountable team behind it that makes sane decisions and have a really solid jurisdictional setup? So, again, holistic view actually catches what audits miss. By looking at all those 8 dimensions, again, if we look at audited, it doesn't matter when the protocol upgraded. It's fine if we have high TVL, we have really good yields, but on the other hand, we have a hidden counterparty stack. If you have a robust contracts, but the protocol mechanics, you have fragile liquidity, etc., etc. It's all those combinations. So everything that we have to look at or assess DeFi risk is a combination problem. So this framework of all these 8 dimensions is about catching the combinations. So from is it audited to where can it break? Code audits are necessary, monitoring dashboards are helpful, but before you go into any strategy, deploy some capital in it, you have to also ask the questions, who can change the rules? What happens in a crisis? What evidence do I have on-chain and off-chain? Who controls the funds and what can they do with it? And assessing DeFi risk requires a systemic and unbiased view. And I think most of our decisions are currently driven by FOMO. And this is certainly not the friend in this kind of situations. So coming back to what we do at Stake and Rewards, we are currently working at a DeFi risk rating framework so that we can apply this framework so you don't have to. Thank you very much.